isn't it? The black cat. No, I think this is going to be a great match. I really do. And this determines potentially who gets first place, as it's the head-to-head of.
Yeah, no, I think it just does determine, not potentially. I think it is just first place.
But the interesting aspect is, if FURIA don't win, there's still a way somehow that they can't get through, whereas Cloud9 still can. So it's kind of interesting the way that the bracket's all going to play out. That said, this is C9 with a brilliant start.
And that's the exact punish that FURIA did against Team Liquid yesterday when Liquid had set up in the B bomb site. You had Art with the Molotov just drop it down at the jump window and just let him get screwed. K-Serato and Drop are the only ones that make it through. Nice shutdown from Cloud9. They found themselves in a 5-on-3. Art's going to come up the ramp. Some shots. He's just trying to create a fake. He's trying to get a kill to pull someone on defense away. No armor, though, so that aim punch is a real cruel mistress. And all these USPs see him backing off. They know it's not any kind of a dangerous situation. Still 2 defenders at the B-bomb site. Still a player on catwalk.
Art's trying to find out if anyone's pushed up behind him. He gives a quick glance back towards spawn, and now he heads in toward the palace. 10 HP. He's been impressive. This is a team that's more likely than anyone to capitalize on that, though. A very passive play style of Cloud9. He might just fall into crossfires.
Well, so much skill as well to challenge his aggressive plays. That's going to be the interesting thing. So now it's turned into Safe being the fake. Yuri with the bomb is going through underpass to try and join up with Art, and that's a great call. There's only one defender here, although Axal's not going to turn because that's Safe going down. Good shot from Yuri. Now the hit is on, and Shiro, he's up next.
Art on 10 HP, can't do anything about this. Now he can. Yes, oh, he didn't. He swung into the corner. He didn't get the information fast enough. It still would have been a large ask to go get the bomb from his teammate, but Shiro with 2, and now we go 1 for Cloud9, and importantly, Shiro getting kills in the pistol. He's already gone on to an MP9. Look for him to build up the bank as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Drawn out pistol round as FURIA try and make some magic happen after getting stopped stone cold at the B bomb site. 1-0. And with no plants, we're going to get a FURIA save. Seen a lot of these second round, like full-blown saves coming back into style a little bit. Everyone's really loving and enjoying and looking towards those third round AK buys.
That's exactly it. And I feel like, why have 2 lopsided buys and give yourself a bigger disadvantage at the start? If you get the plant, totally, go for it, absolutely. But I think too many teams were getting set on this like run and gun SMG, happy-go-lucky style, and it hasn't always been working.
One thing it does allow is a little bonus money to build up, as there's not a whole lot of danger to get any of these kills, but obviously be more than happy going into the next round knowing there's 2 SMGs on the board. You know there's 2 FAMAS on the board as well, so AKs are going to be really powerful.
Shiro got 1 kill importantly with the SMG, 2 in the pistol. He now goes on to the AWP. So he immediately ditched
the upgrade.
Yeah, he immediately ditched the MP9.
Okay.
And I was curious if he was going to do it with the single kill or not, but he did it right away.
Yeah, you do kind of just chuck that gun away like it's not even all that valuable, I guess.
No, and that's why he uses that in the second round though, right? He's trying to get the op as fast as possible.
Here we go. Round number 3. Shiro with that off is going to push into Palace. Oh, he's got a deep angle. He missed a huge timing. He thought he was going to beat it, and all of a sudden FURIA have a gigantic advantage, and that op buy is not looking as cool as it did just 10 seconds ago, because that's an expensive piece of money that's passed over into the hands of Art. That's an expensive weapon that got absolutely nothing for your team, and FURIA have a 5-on-2.
Exile looking for the shot down toward A main. He takes down Drop. Inters is the only one left, though, because Art's come out and found him from Palace, and a great response from the Panthers, as we've determined. And not only that, that's the op down already. So Shiro, okay, hang on. Where did that one come
Teammate dropped it over.
Okay, who had the money for that still?
Hobbit's down to 50 with just 5-7, so Hobbit's a homeboy.
These guys have managed the economy well at the start of the game. I didn't think anyone was going to have the money.
They really have. That might actually catch FURIA off guard. Although Hobbit has to sacrifice a lot to do it. I'm curious how Shiro kind of misread that timing so harshly. He wasn't even considering the fact that they were going to beat him to the wide swing in Palace. Got his angle towards top mid. Smoke down in his face on catwalk. Smoke down at base of connector as well from the CT side. And A ramp as well. So a lot of you, I mean, here's the thing about this buy too, obviously, as we know. Start dropping these kinds of weapons. Look at the utility on Cloud9 that they have to play a minute and a half with. 1 smoke remaining, 1 flashbang remaining, and 2 HE grenades.
Give some utility back to Caserado, potentially. So he's going to smoke now top middle. Grab that second smoke. Does he also try and fake? No, okay, he's just going to go. I was going to say they're going to let him literally do everything, but smoke in the window, and they'll walk their way forward. They still have no idea about this Shiro AWP.
Yeah, but they have a good setup here, Cloud9. 3 players. Inter's in the corner. Exile in the ladder room. Shiro's going to tuck himself even deeper into the bomb site to challenge. Tough angle to clear out if you try and enter into ladder room. Good opening shot from Shiro with the op. Now Exile's making his move silently as ever, but the FAMAS, I know you love it, it's only got 1.
Yeah, that was rough. That could have been so massive. You're right. He came down the ladder perfectly. Shiro is ready again with this op, and Art is close enough that if he backs up, forget the barrel jump, he'll see his head clean. But he's not willing to give that spot because he's thinking that they're going to be staring him down as well. Art gets in. Inter's got the call. He turned it around. Good setup. Holds his nerve and finds Caserado coming through the smoke as well, and it's down to Safe, who's trying to run, and Hobbit with the pistol. Not bad. He
nice.
Gave away the op for his teammate. He's now going to get one. He's going to inherit it. Inherit it.
That's, well, keep in mind,
inherent from your parent.
that's Shiro's op from round number 3, so he got it back at the end of the day. And a free double op setup essentially for Cloud9.
So now they should switch. Hobbit should get his back.
Yeah, trade it back.
Shiro should have his.
Well, Exile's going to use the other one. Yeah, this is a bummer for Exile. That's a really cool play, and I think if he has an M4, and obviously, definitely if he has an AK-47, that might be 3 kills, probably at least 2. Good round from Cloud9 with very little utility. That op, I think it caught him off guard. I think it caught FURIA completely off guard, turning that corner on Catwalk.
Shiro flashed off. Does have to move off the box, and that leaves them to walk in, but they've got Hobbit up close in the sandwich, and that's a good flash to get him out of there as well. The smoke on top of Palace, man, oh man, they can't even see him. They can't do anything. Caserado's like, yeah, I know he's down there somewhere. Okay, he's got a gap. He finally will get the shot onto him, but man, oh man, this is, yeah, Cloud9's looking impenetrable right now.
Yeah, this has been great so far. Playing close up to the choke points. Op shot just whizzes by on the jump across. Bomb is dropped, so Safe and Caserado, there's no foolery they can bust out. They have to come in this direction. Spam's not connecting quite yet. There's NAVI sliding out wide, and they have Caserado pinned down and tagged at 12 HP. This is going to be a 4th round for C9's defense, looking good early.
NAVI looking on the off angle though. Caserado, if he swings.
He saw that.
Okay, yeah, he did. Why you stick your gun out like that, man? See, this is why I like short things, Jason. They don't stick out as far.
That's a good point.
Yeah, see? Justify it somehow. Look at that now.
Pros and cons to everything in life.
Exactly, you know? It's all how you look at it.
So, back to pistols for FURIA. Nothing really to talk about so far. Everything they wanted to do is really been shut down. Outside of the first gun round number 3, where they were able to catch Shiro off guard in Palace. They got that kind of an easy, free, early kill. This time not given any opportunity. All 3 opening frags. Take away the aggression of FURIA. No armor, triple nade for window to see if they can catch Shiro. Let's find out. Smoke is down. Here comes the triple nade. Shiro gonna bail out. I think 1 fell short. Down to about half HP at 51.
Just tossing these ops around. Shiro's gonna start it off again. NAVI's gonna pop out. They're all gonna be there, but he takes a dink early on. He only manages the single kill onto drop, so that's not the worst thing in the world for these pistols of FURIA, but Hobbit with a double and Exile with another.
Maybe a timeout here for FURIA really early on to talk things over. They're getting a little taste of their own medicine. If you think back to the FURIA game yesterday against Team Liquid on this map, it was FURIA's double op setup between Safe and Art that was just shutting down Team Liquid's attack. It was so impenetrable. Liquid could never figure it out, so FURIA are going to have an early conversation on how they want to approach these rounds against this kind of a defense. Rounds haven't even been close. 4 players going down in the last 3 rounds for Cloud9. High fives, everyone getting hyped up. Good amount of money built up too for Cloud9. At least 2 rounds of buys behind what they have right now. And here we are in round number 7.
Shiro looking for the shots, fires into the smoke blindly. No success on it. Incendiary waiting at B. Ooh, hang on. The flash and Molotov combo. Nearly Axel stepping out into his own demise, but he steps back before they can do any further damage, before the Flames do any further, but he's not sure where to look. That's the problem now. He put himself in an awkward position because he never got the information with the early peek. Serato, that's a fast flick. And not only that, he does it while blind to take down Enters.
Yep, there it is. There's the explosion. We've talked about that for years as a strategy against the double op setup. Get into a bomb site, make those double ops actually retake, but so much attention pulled towards the B site that Catwalk is not covered. I think it was Exile who actually turned from Catwalk to look towards the halls and just gets side-trucked. I don't even know what that means. He just gets trucked. Side-trucked. Making...
Run over?
Yeah, run over is good.
Yeah, cool. Steamrolled?
Steamroll's nice.
NAVI gets...
Sideswiped. That might have been what I was going for.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I like that.
Hip checked.
Ooh, getting Canadian with it. Into that also.
Well, NAVI's only got one place he can be saving. I can't imagine FURIA letting him live, but indeed they will. No one really aggressive on the hunt, so he gets away with it. Plenty of money for Cloud9. Op is picked up on Shiro, although he's all the way down to nothing. Yeah, Exile, he turns. Which is interesting, because he had Shiro in market with an op, and he had Inters back here at bench. I guess he was maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe Shiro wasn't quite in position yet to make him feel comfortable. But taking your eyes off Catwalk and getting punished for it. 3-round lead, and it's Cloud9 to call a timeout immediately as well. Simply because they've had to buy deep into their economy. Shiro at 0, Inters at 250, NAVI at 450. They want to make sure they don't get put into any kind of a situation. So talking this one over before we get back into it. Early pair of timeouts from these two teams.
Yep. And yeah, we talked about the good economy to start things off. They've had to rebuy the op a few times now to especially wield that double op setup, so they've spent a good amount.
Well, the funny thing is, I don't even know if they necessarily wanted the double op setup. It was just there for the taking for free, right? Like this is probably more of what they kind of had in mind in terms of game plan, is Exile on the M4 with the rifle and Shiro with the AWP, just the one op. So let's see how this changes things. Smoke going to be put out, or Molotov going to be put out quickly with the smoke, but nobody challenging through it. Nobody pressuring up A ramp. A lot of utility being spent. This defense hasn't budged either. Shiro and NAVI and Khan, Exile in ladder room, Hobbit at the A bomb site, Inter's obviously anchoring B. But none of that utility caused anyone to turn.
Drop down to the underpass position. No one obviously challenging that. Seen that less and less lately, by the way. See it with the challenge sometimes with the rifle coming out from connector, but the straight drop down. I guess Yakandar was like, he did it twice, to be fair, in pretty brilliant fashion. But other than that, I haven't seen too many people do it in the last 2 weeks at Pro League. Just fell out of fashion like that, Jason.
These things are cyclical.
Oh, no,
just
he's
like
not.
overalls.
No, he's not. Oh, that's pretty bold, Shiro. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty brave.
Yeah, maybe overly brave.
Too zealous.
Punished for it. Oh, good find over the Molotov. Important trade from NAVI, but up in window, it's Art to pounce. And Cloud9 get caught in the traps. NAVI stepping up next. He's got a chance here. He can get a lot done, but no, he can't. Art dropping off the fencing and just destroys him.
Yuri played that catwalk angle very well also, because there's a bit of a curb you can step up and down on that gives you not only more vision over the flames, but it changes your headshot angle. You can just see it there on the right. So it was definitely him kind of going on and off. It makes it harder to hit the shot. And Inters, I think, is already spotted. I think Art would have seen that. I mentioned Canadian when you made the hip check reference, Jason. I doubt anyone's watching right now from the region, but I know yesterday we had a lot of Atlantic Canadians, where I'm from, actually watching, and they're getting smoked right now by Hurricane Fiona. So if you know anyone there, check in with them, because
yeah,
it's pretty rough right now in Nova Scotia.
Stay safe, some power outages.
Big time, yeah. So hope everyone's all right, but yeah, hopefully if anyone has family there, all good. Yeah, last I heard, Nova Scotia's pretty wrecked right now. Safe takes down Inters 5-3. Good find from FURIA. So now they've got 2 in a row. This starts to build up the economy. That's why we saw the timeout called last round. Then it gets them back into the game before they can continue to kind of keep that. If it's a 3-round lead, you got a bit of a buffer with the money. Now they can start to close that down right away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No buffer whatsoever. Cloud9's gonna have to send down upgraded pistols and armor, a little bit of nades and utility. Yeah, I think these plays are kind of like happen because Cloud9 doesn't have a lot of information on the map. They're not really sure entirely what's happening. Yeah, some miscues. talkative. When the hand's in the air like that during a conversation, it spells bad news. It means someone doesn't know what's going on. Someone's on a different page, reading a different book, coloring a different picture.
Yuri, the opener again. Exile, the one that he finds. That's going to give them the one-man advantage. Palm still with safe at top middle. Yuri didn't even get the headshot for it. Okay, Serrato takes out Hobbit. He's going to keep going. He'll find Shiro as well on top of the stairs position.
Okay, Serrato's been dangerous in this group stage thus far. Another op is going to be dropped over to Shiro again by Hobbit, who's going to get an M4 of his own. So weapons being shuffled around on the Cloud9 side of things. No kits picked up yet for the squad. No kits, they'll have it all in this, and very light on utility in a number of players. So another round where FURIA is going to be able to pile on top of it. FURIA's actually, you want to talk about economy growing. We just mentioned it for Cloud9. 3 players gone down in the last 3 rounds for FURIA. I mean, just you can see it on the screen there. Money is insanely built up very, very quickly for the Brazilian team. Molotov falls a little bit short, but that's okay because it would have been extinguished inside the smoke.
Oh, he actually got that. I thought he was going to miss that, but he gets it, falls back. NAVI is the one to go down, so Exile gets past that Molotov. It's the man in the window trying to compensate that is found instead. And by window, I definitely mean connector.
I like this play from Hobbit. This is cool, pushing through Palace. Going to start despawn. It depends on what's coming from middle. Shiro's going to grab this kill. He's got to be aware that a ramp is still a point of danger. So he tucks himself in towards dark and grabs a new angle. It's K Serrato to challenge.
Shot from Exile is going to double that as well as the smoke. Totally caught them out on that. They should have been a little more aware of that timing, you'd think. Hobbit is very much in the right position, and Shiro knows that he's not even going to get too aggressive on this one, as he did a round ago at middle, or 2 rounds ago, I suppose. Last round was the
Hobbit's got him. Hobbit's
save. No, yeah, no, 100%. I don't think Shiro needs to move at all. There's absolutely no reason. They know Hobbit's locking him down. And he does just that. So 6-4.
Yeah, well done from Cloud9. 6-4, as you said. Good bounce back. Still the op in Shiro's hands. That time, I think the timing on the smoke is more fooled because FURIA's transitioning into a different plan, right? They initially wanted to go up connector, but Shiro's alt presence here with this kill forced them to rethink the scenario. And yeah, when you're falling back all that way and readjusting, might just miss that little detail. 2-round lead. Art and K Serrato in the B halls. Yuri drop and safe to challenge in middle at top mid. No pushes for safe to worry about, and all the attention taken towards the B bomb site. Art is causing a lot of chaos. So Shiro peeks middle, and he's got one towards top mid. So does Exile to build upon it. It's not going to work twice. Exile fell prey to that similar play earlier. Not again.
NAVI's just closing the map, just like Hobbit did. Just going right around through T-spawn. Oh, guess what? Peace, bro!
Yeah, I'd be curious if that's just a... yeah, it's okay. You know? I'd be curious if that's like a calculated risk from NAVI, or if that's some kind of research they had where they felt like they knew like the B pressure was coming in, and he was just like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it because maybe they're just bombing through and finding a timing on the B bomb site, or if he says, you know, there's a potential that this is the strategy that I know of, and I know A is going to be clear. Regardless, it's won the round. Good shot from K Serrato. Bomb is down all the way back in T-spawn. Art's in connector. K Serrato's still looking towards the B bomb site. They need a couple more kills before they even consider the bomb to be a factor. And Cloud9 at this point with 2 teammates covering the drop bomb, just playing time.
Shot Shiro again to find Art. It's just K Serrato. This time over at B. That's the last alive, and yeah, hold that bomb. Doesn't even matter. They can actually... They could hunt him at this point. They could justify it. They don't have a ton of money, but
yeah,
K Serrato does. Maybe it's not worth it.
Well, Hobbit and NAVI, if you're going to go for the hunt, it'd be Hobbit and NAVI, right? With the M4s that are together that could push through halls, but I don't think there's any real reason to risk the money you have. So Cloud9's just going to be content with the round win. Excuse me, I take it back. This is the exact push I was just talking about. Hobbit and NAVI working together, heading towards the kitchen. Nade comes in. Here's the swing. Look in the wrong direction. Oh, he gets both.
He actually got Hobbit as well. All right, fair enough.
That's the nightmare scenario.
Just hold it down and hope for the best. Hip hoppity Hobbit. Didn't love that one too much. A little bit of a grimace on the face at the end of that round, but they still get it. It's going to be 7-4.
Yeah, that's a little bit painful at this junction in the game, because that puts them in a situation where FURIA, they're going to call a timeout here to talk things over. That puts FURIA in a position where they can break this economy one more time down the stretch, and then all of a sudden this can get real interesting. So those two losses have huge consequences if FURIA is able to win this round. K-Serato's leading the way for FURIA with 10 kills. For Cloud9, it's NAVI and Shiro combined, each of them with 9.
Drop down NAVI, trying to be quick about a smoke that is behind. Okay, it's behind him, so he wants to fade off into it. I thought he was trying to go for a bit of more of a closer smoke, more of a fade, but needs to be aware that that was a good angle for that, because we could see the laser beam. We knew he was looking that way. I was about to say, you gotta be aware of what was behind him, but his crosshair placement was clearly already in position. Incendiary, Molotov rather. I get it backwards the one time I try to say it. It's drop that's gonna get Exile. It was a 1-for-1 trade though. They lost Art in the process, so have a bit of mid control, but it's not for free.
Yeah, I mean, that's good timing on FURIA for the 2 prongs of that attack, because Exile wanted to be able to peek down off contact from Khan, but that never really came to fruition. K-Serато lurking over in Palace. Might be able to provide plan B if things go wrong here. Looks like they want to boost up onto the double stack. Inter's waiting, but not peeking whatsoever. Ooh, actually, I didn't know if the Flames were going to spread, but Inter's commits to the bailout, and Yuri wasn't ready for it. Good shot from Shiro. He swaps around with the AWP, but he goes right back into safe.
Safe, finally getting something open up. It's Hobbit again, though, inside of the site. K-Serато knows that's his obligation. He goes out and finds it. Goes down to 28, but stays in a 2-on-2. And Yuri to plant the bomb. NAVI has to wait a little bit longer for his teammate. K-Serато wants a main. He knows that that's planted on the inside of the box. He's not as likely to find a shot from Palace. Yuri. Ooh, I don't know if Inter's... Okay, he's going to go out for it. Inter's going to see his shoulder now. That's a problem. Yuri needs to decide. Does he take the aggression? Does he go for the peek? Does he use the AK's advantage? Doesn't matter. The flash or otherwise, Inters gets the kill. K-Serato's playing the long game on this because they last spotted him at Palace.
I wonder if they know.
I don't think they will. I think he's going to get at least one. The problem is they're split up, and that means they can turn back. Doesn't matter. He gets them both. Good win from FURIA.
Oh, what a reposition. That's low HP on K-Serато as well. 13-5. And let's go back now. I mentioned if FURIA win that, the high impact in the 2 kills that K-Serато himself gets at the end of the previous round on Hobbit and NAVI trying to clear him out of position. This puts the economy in a terrible space for Cloud9. FURIA might have just found a way, or excuse me, K-Serато might have just found a way to deliver his team a great string of rounds. A 1v2 win with 28 HP. They never considered it. They never really thought about it until it was too late.
To be fair, I didn't either. I thought when he was leaving Palace, he was going to go to main. I said that. I said he's going to go for main because it's planted inside.
Yeah.
I did not expect him to go the long way around, and that's probably why Yuri took so long to take that peek, because he was just buying time.
Yeah, he could have. I mean, there were 3 different choke points he could have fought that one from, but what a brilliant clutch. They highlighted him in the pregame. K-Serато continues to be a force and continues to be a player that's giving FURIA a very, very good group stage game. Now, despite all the economic issues that Cloud9 have gone through in this half, Shiro's found a way to have an AWP still for so many rounds.
That is actually insane. Oh, good shot, Hobbit. Off angle on the Cinders. Shiro, he just collateraled. He just hit Yuri and safe. Oh my goodness. Just when you thought they had a lifeline back in again, it's now 8-5.
I wonder if someone on FURIA is just like, how the hell does this guy keep having it off? How the hell is it, how the hell is it out so often?
It would have been so hard to track this, the round, what was it, 4? The second op after he died the first time?
Sure.
That one would have been difficult.
Absolutely. Where'd that collateral come from? Was that?
I'm assuming it was in connector.
Okay, nice.
I would have loved to have seen it myself, but
8-5.
That's all right.
3-round lead. NAVI drops down. Shiro in window. Art's gonna go aggressive. Very aggressive. They spotted it, the MAC-10. Oh, it actually does decent work. Does Shiro really want to repeat that? He does. A little bit blind. Hobbit grabs K-Serато on A-ramp at the same time, and Exile's gonna get activated. Shiro steals one, but Exile gets the second. And this round is a complete dominant performance from Cloud9. FURIA is going to have no money in the next round. They've got a 1-round losing bonus. This kill doesn't really matter whatsoever. FURIA is going to have pistol and armor in the next round because they're going to be sitting at 1900.
Chat, if you force buy an op, it's not an eco. All right? And if you don't die on your own Molotov, it's not a 1G.
It's weird.
And if you're not out of silver, shut up.
It's actually an interesting conversation that we should probably have at some point with the terminology we use, because I feel like the old terminology of like ecos and force buys like don't really apply
It did get
anymore.
muddied, yeah, because
It's
the
very
money
muddied right
system
now.
is a lot different.
Yeah, it's hard to call things a force buy now because they're all just like so.
We'll just call everything the Jaden buy again.
Oh sure, the whole every round is a Jaden.
Every round.
Okay,
I'm into it.
I like that. Axile up over the top. Ooh, he sees a lot of players coming for him. Might get caught, but NAVI's here for support. Slows things down. Allows Shiro to get involved. Shiro's had a fantastic half. 16-5 on defense. And he's going to give Cloud9 a 10-5 lead.
And a no-scope as well to do it. That's outrageous,
Get out of my face.
man. Aside from the super aggressive swing out of connector, Shiro has been absolutely on. We are going to get off for about 2 minutes. We're going to take a quick little halftime break. When we come back, we'll see if FURIA's defense will do any better against Cloud9.
Hey Future Pros, I wanted to show you an alternate way to take some mid control on Mirage. To get the most out of this, you'll need 4 Future Pros, 2 smokes, 2 flashes, a molly, and a HE. Future Pro number 1, you'll be throwing the top mid smoke. To throw the smoke, stand beside the stairs, aim at the wire above the corner of the building, then just throw the smoke. Future Pro number 2, you will throw the smoke that lands on the mid-ramp. Stand at the opposite end of the stairs as Future Pro 1. Place the tip of your smoke over this dark smudge. Then just throw the smoke. A note for this, you will need the classic view model to line this one up. Future Pro number 3, you'll be throwing a couple of supporting flashes. To throw your first, run towards this wooden beam. While against the beam, aim just to the right of the bottom of this line. Running jump throw the flash to blind anyone who could have a good spawn. Then toss your second flash into the ramp smoke. Future Pro number 4, you will actually get to utilize this nifty ramp smoke, but first bank a molly off this wall which will land behind the ramp smoke. Also toss a HE into mid if you want. Now you get to sit behind the smoke and look for some fights. Listen out for some burn damage, as a CT will think their best option might be to play behind the smoke. From the CT perspective, you can see it'll be very difficult to spot a T over the smoke. So good luck.
Are you prepared? I'm your worst nightmare. I know you're scared.
When we get back underway then, it's 5 for FURIA. That means, obviously, with 15 rounds in the half, Cloud9 doubled up on that scoreline, and it did it in a few different ways, one of which was the force buy of an AWP, putting that in Shiro's hands and getting the collateral +1 and taking the economy back into their control.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge emphasis. That was a huge point for Cloud9's defense. They wanted to make sure Shiro had the AWP in his hands as much as possible. Hobbit sacrificed like 2 to 3 rounds of having a rifle just to get him the AWP. And I mean, fair play to the guy. He delivered such a massive performance from Shiro. Let's see what the offense has in store for us. This is FURIA's map pick. And they're down 5 rounds in the second half pistol. All 5 players for Cloud9 are here. Art's already at top mid, so we start to see what's coming. Yuri's going to have to back off and play this passively. They're going to play it for the retake. Yuri does have a smoke and a kit, but he cannot go down and spawn. He's all alone for the moment, and he's tucked in safely. We've got a 5-on-5 retake, so now it becomes NAVI who's got a big job to do against Art. Well, Art's going the other direction. I'm not sure if NAVI would have heard those footsteps. And no one at the moment for Cloud9 is considering the Palace flank.
No, they're not. They're in an interesting position at triple box, though, where they're not going to be spotted that easily. But Safe will at least benefit from chaos. And a double swing, not going to happen. Exile there. Hobbit is well boosted up in the corner. He's going to get the headshot, but that's a trade. Surely they've got to go now. The Palace player is gone. Quesarado, Art. Oh, Yuri drop as well.
I was going to say,
get them all, girl.
The Palace play won't matter if they can't take CT spawn, and there was no flashbang. It was just that kit in the smoke on the CT spawn steps. No one had the utility to properly turn that corner, so this stack is just so brutal. Hobbit's even turned for it. You could see. Exile actually kind of saves his life. If Exile goes down and loses that duel, Hobbit probably falls next. That was actually relatively close, all things considered. Nice lead for Cloud9. Both pistol rounds in their favor on this opening map of the series. Art thinks he's going to swing back to fight a MAC-10, and he's got an AK-47 in his face.
Yep, get wrecked. Happens to the worst of us. Exile, he's down to 34. Hobbits, Exile, they're just getting all the kills. It's fine. None so far. And Quesarado, the last alive for FURIA, so he leads the way. 14 kills for him, by the way. He's pretty much double everyone else on his team. Exile's going to take him down. 18 kills for Shiro continues to lead. And everyone's got pretty good distribution.
Probably of all the top teams in Counter-Strike coming out of the player break and coming out of Cologne, obviously, as well. That was so long ago now. But mostly out of the player break was like these 2 teams were probably the biggest question marks in terms of squads that we kind of discussed before, right at the end of Cologne, saying these 2 teams have to go back to the drawing board and kind of reassess where they're at and where they want to go and what they're trying to do and what kind of philosophy they want to play with. So, I mean, it's really cool to see both of them come into this group and show some of the most impressive performances that we've seen in the group. Especially if Cloud9's to complete this one, because you'd have it a very, very scary and impressive FURIA that we saw beat Liquid yesterday in a 2-1 series. And then if you have Cloud9 playing well against FURIA here today, then all of a sudden you're like, okay, some of the questions have been answered. It's great even seeing Maui have some great things to say about Cloud9 during the death segment.
Yeah, it's nice to see Mozzie.
Mozzie?
All right, I'll
try that again.
Let's do it. No, I'm just going to call him Mozzie.
Maybe a round from now.
Listen, everything's tired, okay? Things are struggling right now. My body is shutting down, which is fine because my brain shut down years ago. So, no, Maui being positive, it's very rare. It's nice to see.
Maui's a realist.
Is that what he is? Or is he just an asshole?
No, he's a realist.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
No, he's a homeboy. But I mean, he has been pretty vocal about Cloud9, so it was great to see him.
I love you, okay?
Here we go, B-bomb site. Exile and Shiro waiting for their moment. NAVI and Inter is working together in mid to create something. Exile's gonna find a kill. That's in B. Drop tries to go for the head. Misses the opportunity, and he realizes there's some danger coming up catwalk. It's Inter's. I think he was spotted. As well he was, and he loses the fight. Yuri back towards bench. Biding his time, trying to stay hidden. Gets dinked, gets finished off. Bomb drops all the way down at the feet of Exile. And it's all on this flank. Safe coming in very, very late through halls. What a round from Exile.
Pretty solid. Got to give it to him. And it's now 13-5.
Dominant.
Yeah, not looking good considering FURIA played this map very well against Liquid.
Yeah, FURIA destroyed them. Absolutely destroyed them on this map. And it was the double op setup on the CT side. And Cloud9 made sure they haven't been able to get that out at all quite yet. It's obviously only been 3 rounds in this second half. But I mean, when FURIA eventually, if they want to bring it out in the next round, in the first gun round, like the first full, I guess, gun round in a way, I think it's going to have to be amazing right out of the gate. Drops had a tough game, 2 and 15. Arts had a tough game, 5 and 15, and he was one of the main factors, Art, yesterday on the secondary op. Exile and Shiro coming into this matchup playing like two of the best players in the world, as we know they are. Puts FURIA in a deep dark hole.
Scary place to be. I'm scared of the dark and holes, Jason.
Not as scary as a mirror maze.
I mean, I guess. Sometimes I'm having a good hair day. It's not the worst thing in the world. Hobbit coming out, finds no one. He actually does get Yuri. Okay, I was going to say he nearly got tucked back in behind the box. Safe, meanwhile, gets taken out by NAVI. That means CT spawn more clear. Drop does get Exile. He's going to upgrade as well onto an M4 as a result of that, because the smoke to isolate. Good nade. He's got Shiro. Oh, I thought he was going to get the transfer. He denied the bomb. He did good damage to NAVI, but not enough to get the kill, and it leaves Quesarado with a sliver of hope.
Sketchy play from Exile. Ran it back in, baby. Drop was almost able to make that work. Let's see what this Deagle can do. NAVI slowly creeping out. Now just picks up the bomb.
He looked away at the exact moment he went for the bomb.
Yep.
After watching it for that long. Does know that he's going to peek to the right because he has good positioning on the stairs, but now Hobbit knows exactly where he is, and the range game, sure. Yeah, it's a Deagle, but an AK up on top. Okay, hang on though. He's hitting twice through the edge. Jumps back out. Didn't think he was going to walk back to the doorway. Thought he was going to go to the corner instead, and Hobbit gets the angle.
Yeah, I thought Hobbit was just going to back away from the fight. He just stands tall, comes back for more. Quesarado might have been caught a little bit off guard for that, but that's a really tough fight for him to win. 14-5. Yeah, Exile getting a little crazy. Thinking it was going to be clear after the kill on top of the boxes. Gets completely shut down by the Deagle, which opened up that opportunity, slowed things down, and turned this into a very dangerous round.
Oh, wow, they're into it. That's all right. I haven't seen that much emotion out of Cloud9 in a while, to be completely honest.
He's about the only one that does it for Cloud9. He's the one, and that's been a point of criticism for this team too, is sometimes it doesn't feel like everyone else emotionally and energy-wise is on the same page, but...
I mean, Hobbit's just a smooth sailor, isn't he? He's just calm the whole time. You're never going to see him get too crazy. But I get your point. Like, who's going to be the hype man, you know? But that can go, you can have positive tilt as well. Yeah, but I mean, you can have positive tilt as well, and... like, think Get Right. There was always a reason he was at the end.
Okay.
Too loud for everybody.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that. He used to get a little crazy back in the heyday.
Yeah, same. Love a good Get Right challenge.
5 on 4. Nobody likes that. Nobody needs that.
You're right. It's the reason I'm on the liver donor list.
1 man advantage for Cloud9. Or for FURIA, excuse me. Art's gonna get smoked off. Molotov towards Catwalk. Here's the play up connector for Hobbit. Missed shot from Safe. And they are in that double up setup that was so effective yesterday. It needs to work.
Oh, X-ray is so tantalizing, but that was actually around the corner. There was no vision on that either way. Drop, he's gonna get taken down. He will. Enters, knew that he was low on HP. Art's gonna find Exile, but watch for it. There it is, bang. Immediately when he peeked the doorway, and as a result, it's now 14 for Cloud9.
2 kills from the AWPs, well done. And Cloud9 lost so much in the previous round, even in a win. I don't know if they'll actually go for a buy in this round. They're right on the edge. Oh, Drop's gonna get the benefit of a kill through smoke. That was huge to open things up. Good shot from Safe as the execute was happening to shut down the lurk. Enters was the only player alive still to try and enter off Catwalk. Over to the A-bomb site we go. No armor, just P250 and Deagles, a single smoke. They're already streaming out into the bomb site. Safe is just now realizing it a little bit late, and he realizes he needs to tuck tail. Oh, but he's not. He's gonna slide out. He might not have realized how close exactly they are. Somehow, Cloud9 have got a quick plan off this, and oh, baby, Exile's got enough. This is gonna get interesting.
Exile's still trying to find and wait for the angle nade. NAVI tagged. Shiro. They're gonna go forward again. We've seen them play on that dumpster, or that garbage pail before. Exile thought he had room to move. Guess what? He's smothered. He's taken down. Just like Farva with a pillow. But it's going to be dropped that gets down Hobbit, and the round's going to go to Furia.
Yes, it will, but that's sketchy. That was a very easy access into the A bomb site in Exile. That's a tough scenario to make the op work. Not a whole lot of maneuverability there. Good job from Fury on the retake, making sure that doesn't go from bad to worse. Just 7 rounds back. I say just. They are 7 rounds back. Round 22. This is what Cloud9 saved for. The plant obviously helps out in a big way as well. AWP on Shiro, full utility on everyone but Exile.
Okay, Serrato just lobbing some nades through some smoke. Safe already up close with that AWP. Enters inside of the palace, though, not in a position of vulnerability at this A main position. Position of position. It's fine. Exile already looking to go toward the underpass as Hobbit alongside of him. The bomb sits way back toward T-spawn still, so don't look for too much activity in the next little while, I guess, if they can find a pick, obviously, but don't look for anything beyond that.
Art's taking a big risk with these kinds of angles, like peering up towards top mid for that long. He doesn't have a teammate paired up with him to watch underpass, and it was an opportunity, a window of opportunity. Art's aware of it, obviously. It's just down to timing, really. Sticking around until he gets a smoke thrown for him off catwalk from his teammate. He'll peer over the top. Hobbit still hasn't moved out of his Hobbit hole.
It's all right, Gandalf will mark his door soon. Have you watched any of the new Rings of the Lord thing? The new one?
You said that on purpose.
I did.
Just to be a contrarian.
I did.
Oh, Deputy! Good headshot.
Gets the start. Oh, safe though. He knows another one's there, and he knows he has the angle as well because the off shot missed, which means he can rebolt in time and go back to holding, but he's got to watch for Palace where Inters emerges. That's Hobbit still inside of middle looking for the headshot. Can't find it. Drop wins that exchange. Brings them back to within 1. Inters has a decent position right now.
Time. If he can't stop this. Oh, Art's got it.
He's got it. Art does, but he's going to go down. They need the kill. They can't. No time at all. Drops far enough away. They cannot. Oh, they cannot chase him. I say that. Exile nearly got a sniff.
That would have been an incredible shot. That would have been an incredible shot. But look at what it's cost Furia to stay in that round, to win that round and snatch it away. What a brutal way to lose a round, though, if you're Cloud9. That deep smoke just fooled it. Inters did not have a deep enough angle to watch for it. That's really unfortunate.
That was a serious question, though. Did you watch any new series?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
I have seen them. I think the new episode came out last night. It's aight. Inters does get him at the end of the day. Only one player survived for Furia. They have to reinvest everything. But, I mean, they had a lot of cash built up. So Serrato dropped. Art still sitting pretty nice in terms of money.
Drop avoids a flash. Serrato through to help him out. Try and peek down toward the banana? The B apartments? Just because it starts with B, it has to be a banana now? Come on, Matt.
Exile's going to get an opening kill. That's Art being aggressive towards bench. That's going to have to pull safe out of Palace, which gives some freedom over to Inters. I don't think he realized quite yet how much danger he was in. Flashbang out. Furia going to look for the trade, the equalizing kill towards a ramp, but if they go too far, Hobbit's ready and waiting.
We've seen this setup before. Drop. Oh, he's caught in between right now, and Exile reads him, finds him, and takes him down. That's another flawless entry.
The bomb site's open, but Cloud9 being very patient about this is going to give time for Serrato to slip over. There's no utility on him, though. He can't do anything really to slow this down, can't do anything certainly to save his position. If a Molotov comes in here, as we know it often does, he might be forced into a play. Inters gonna throw out that Molotov as well. Serrato now has to stay in the fight, tagged up. They know his position, he's down.
Inters to plant the bomb. This time it will not be denied.
You gotta save these guns also.
Safe these guns?
Yeah, you gotta safe these guns. No hunt for Cloud9, though, as they have no money, but they are gonna be on 15. They're gonna have 7 chances to close out this first map.
Yeah, absolutely they are. And Obviously doing it in a pretty convincing style with the score as it is. And not only that, this is FURIA's pick. So we go to Overpass next for Cloud9. Chance to go 2-0.
And Overpass has been a map they've been historically very strong on, and Desk even mentioned it as basically a punish pick against FURIA. They're going to be a tough second map as well, especially if Cloud9. I mean, they look solid right now. They don't look like there's no hiccups here. There's no flat performances. There's no miscommunication or mistake. They seem calm and focused.
Down goes drop. That was a pretty easy one when he peeked out, saw him stuck against the wall with nowhere really to retreat. Although he didn't have a trade potential there, so it could have been an interesting kill if it went the other way.
Final timeout for FURIA. This is their fourth. They've used them all just to try and get to this position, and it's not even a close position. Look at that. That's a beautiful hairstyle. If I can say so myself.
I thought you might. He wears it better, though.
Can't win them all.
Nah, I can't win any.
Timeout from FURIA, followed up by an immediate timeout from Cloud9. So an extended timeout. I bet Cloud9's just messing with him.
Yeah.
Cloud9's just like,
talk? You want to talk?
yeah. Second guess what you just said.
Teach you how to talk, huh? You want to talk? You big tough guy, huh?
Is that your Godfather impression?
Yeah, maybe. Come on, chat. Give it like at least a 2 out of 10.
that's ambitious to get a 2 out of that one.
Let's hear yours.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm actually terrible with impressions. 7-round lead for Cloud9. Round 24. FURIA have a long way to go.
They do. They do indeed. A long way back to South America, Jason.
They're going to be here for a bit, man. They got the RMR.
Yeah. Well, they go to Sweden.
Yes.
For that, for the Americas RMR.
They sure do.
That's not bad. Take those.
That's actually phenomenal. Exile's going to be much more passive in this round. Nade chunks down Yuri to 74 HP. That's in connector. I think Exile at this point, I would wonder... Oh, down to 10.
Serato's still trying to spam that direction.
I think, they really be turned into some kind of a distraction with his utility. Maybe you pump it out Molotov van, get that smoke on the cross, so maybe you put some pressure on this B defense. Maybe you pull someone over at the right moment. Cloud9's being very patient, though. They haven't done anything except get Hobbit out towards the boxes at A-ramp.
Nafni, Serato. Respective sides. Shiro looking down to try and use his op at the underpass. Not going to matter. First and foremost, let's focus on Hobbit because he is going to be the man trying to enter into the site, and he is going to get one onto Art. Expecting a reaction from Safe. He'll flash deep instead, and Yuri's going to find Nafni in the meantime. That means he can fall off that because Inters was not yet in a position.
Yeah, but this is pulling everyone to the A-bomb site. That's a perfect kill for Hobbit. He's done his job, even with just the one kill. Look at all this pressure being applied to this side of the map. Oh, that's great. That's huge. Serato's going to turn around. But does he realize it's Shiro that has the bomb shots there? Bomb's going to be planted. And he's got a teammate hustling over. Hobbit's actually already cutting off rotation. Oh, this is so perfect. This is a masterclass round from Cloud9.
Oh, I thought he was going to miss that shot. He nearly gave Safe a chance. Hobbit closes it out 16-8. They double up on FURIA and look unbeatable in doing it on their map choice. FURIA's map choice. With that, we'll take a break and send it to the desk because when we come back, it's Overpass, and we need to see if FURIA have anything up their sleeve to try and level out this series. Remember, this is for top of the group. We'll be back in a second with Paul and the boys.